Hi guys,
Hi.
Hi.
welcome back to our YouTube channel. These are the Nyamiakas and I'm Janelle.
I'm McCall.
Today we've come in a different style, focused on health, not on food. And so we'll have a special guest who is our aunt, and I'll let her introduce herself as we ask questions about cancer.
Thank you, Janelle, for that introduction. And thank you for this opportunity to chat with a few friends. My name is Margaret. I'm glad to be with you this evening. I am a professional registered nurse, psychologist, and also a cancer care nurse. Thank you.
So McCall is going to ask a few questions and I'll ask a few questions as well.
Welcome.
I have prepared a few questions here. Question number 1. How can cancer start?
Today's topic is about cancer, and I'm happy that today you have diverted from your usual norms, that you have a health talk on cancer. I am glad to have this time with you, and this is what I want to talk about cancer. I want to start by saying that cancer is a disease that we do not know what causes it, but it is there in the community, and we have those underlying causes that cause it. Now, what is cancer? That is our beginning point. Cancer is the multiplication of abnormal cells in the body. Cancer is the multiplication of abnormal cells in the body. It can be anywhere. So these abnormal cells make oxygen supply very low, and that person with the cancer will start getting sick, getting wounds, and being in pain, and become sick for a long time. Now, the causes of cancer are really not known, but what I want to say is that very soon, cancer may be declared a national disaster, because in Kenya right now, cancer disease is very high, and it is the number 3 killer disease in Kenya. Now, because the scientists have said that they do not know the cause, except that there are underlying causes of cancer. Number 1, because of time, I'll give those 3 key issues. The very key issues, number one is the lifestyle. How has lifestyle been a cause of cancer? Then number 2, we have genetics or hereditary. And then number three would be also about technology. So let's talk about lifestyle. Now, lifestyle, I'll talk both about the maladaptive behaviors and the way we have moved to a more civilized way, that we want to eat modern meals, modern food, that most of them have been preserved using chemicals so that they can last long and they cannot get spoiled. So meals like when we go to the supermarket, for example, we buy foods, we buy a lot of stuff that have been preserved for a long time with chemicals, and these chemicals I just used to preserve a specific item so that they don't spoil. But remember, what type of chemicals do we take into our body? Because we have to eat what we need to eat so that we live. And therefore, the chemicals that are used as preservatives are a great contributor to someone's health and as a cause of cancer. Then number 2, our lifestyle. What is this lifestyle? That most of us, we have loved to eat junky foods that has a high level of fat content, foods that has a high levels of sugar or sugary things. When I say junk foods, I could talk about queen cakes, I could talk about scones, I could talk about anything that is sweet. And then we have also gone to prefer, a number of us prefer eating, like, I want to eat chips, I want to eat a fried kuku, than that person who is taking a meal like ugali and the vegetables, because the cancer cells do not get excited because of that. But for these junky foods, the sugary foods, cancer cells get very motivated, and that is how they start growing, because they have gotten a condition that they require. You see, the sugared places, the sugar parts of the body makes the cancer cells thrive very well or grow very well. Another point, number 3, is the behaviors like this period of COVID-19. You can bear me witness, a number of parents out there are crying about, they're so concerned about their children, that children are carrying out maladaptive behaviors. You hear them going traveling far and wide, and where they are accommodated, they do a lot of things. They take alcohol, they'll take those chips, they'll take those junky foods, and even maybe having sexual relations. So sexual relationship for a young teenager who is below the age of 15 years is very dangerous, because those hormones that are in place in the reproductive system that takes care of someone's body tend to become cancerous, because they have been interfered with by someone having a sexual relations. So I have talked about, I would give also an example of what we eat. We eat fish. We all love fish. I also love fish. But what kind of fish do you eat? Is it the fish that you go and buy from the market that has been fried? What type of oil was used? Did you see the type of oil that was used? Most oil that is used in the market for frying fish takes a very long time, a long duration, before it is changed to another new oil. So health requires that as an individual, you make your own meals in the house. If it is fish, you use fish with the fresh oil from the container, and once you use it, you do not reuse it again. So when we reuse this oil, the oil becomes carcinogenic. It develops cancer-causing cells, and therefore a number of people getting affected. Then another point is hereditary. I talked about hereditary or genetic. Genetic means that cancer can fall in a family. That my grandfather, my grandmother died of cancer, then in future, maybe my father, my mother may die of cancer, or the children to my father, one of them might die of cancer, or my child at one time will die of cancer, because the cancer disease runs in the family. We inherited it from our great-grandfathers who died of cancer during their time. And therefore, in this generation, then one person might die out of cancer. Don't know whether I've answered.
Okay, thank you. You have. And so you say that cancer is hereditary. My question is it contagious?
Cancer, contagious means that is cancer infectious? No, cancer is not like measles. Cancer is not like a flu, because if I have flu, then she will get, he will get. If I have measles and we interact together, or we go to one class, then the whole class will have measles. So cancer is not infectious or contagious, but it can be acquired from one person to another through sexual intercourse. If you have sex with a person, then I'm telling you for free that you will get this cancer as early as before age 15, because now research tells us that when a child is affected by the age of 15 and gets cancer, then it means the reproductive health system will be affected, because the cancer of the ovaries will come in, cancer of the uterus or womb will come in, cancer of the vagina, cancer of the prostate will come in, and it will affect this child in future, and she will not be able even to have a family, because already there is a disease, and a disease that means she may live, she may not live, because she will be ailing throughout and throughout.
Okay, thank you. Macaulay is going to ask you the next question.
Thank you.
My next question.
Yes.
What are the cancer stages and what do they mean?
Cancer stages. We have several stages. Stages means phases. Cancer has stages, and I want to say this, that cancer is curable. Take it like that. Cancer is preventable, and cancer is treatable. There are three things about cancer. It is curable, it is treatable, and it is preventable. But now, what time do you get get someone with cancer? That is what we call the stage. The stage is what time, at what stage did you get it? I may get this person with cancer today, but the person will have gotten a cancer that started from the uterus. It has grown and gone to the heart. It has gone to the ovaries. It has gone to the lungs. Then that means a serious stage, like I would say, for example, stage 4. Stage 4 means that the cancer has spread the whole body. From where it originated, it has gone past one organ. It affects more than one organ. But if it is in stage 1, it means that I have seen, if I got this girl who has ever been engaging herself or himself in sexual relations, and I take her in for a test, then I will test her for cancer, especially cancer for the cervix, cancer for the breast. And if it is the cervix, I will see signs of cancer starting up. And that could be stage 1, because I will get signs, early signs of cancer starting, but not very serious. That is stage 1. And then we will take this girl in. We give her treatment, we give her drugs, we give her radiotherapy, we burn those cells that we have seen, or we go for surgery just to remove that part that we have seen is cancerous, and it is chopped off. So there is incision that is chopping it off. We have radiotherapy that is burning it using the radio, and then there is also chemotherapy. 3 things. So we have cancer has a stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and stage 4. And normally stage 3 and 4 must have affected more than one organ from where the cancer originated from. But for stage 1 and 2, it will not be very scaring, because this person might respond to treatment very well, might respond to radiotherapy very well, or might respond to surgery very well. So when it is in stages, it tells us that this cancer has advanced so much we cannot do anything, or the cancer itself is in its very earliest stage and we can do something. So the stages help us to plan for treatment and to plan for what we need to do and what we can't do. Is it okay? That the stages tell us that what can I do at this stage 3 and 4? What can I do at stage 1? What can I do at stage 2? What I'll do in stage 1 and 2 may be similar. 3 and 4 may be different, but also similar because it is almost the same. 3 and 4 means the cancer has moved throughout the part of the body and has affected other parts of the other organs of the body, like the heart, like the lungs, like the stomach, the ovaries, and even the uterus. Sawa. Yeah. So that is why cancer is staged.
And how can one be able to avoid getting cancer?
Very good. How can we avoid? Even the Bible tells us that we are what we eat. We are what we eat. So if I choose not to eat a fried fish from the market that I do not know what oil was used, then I will reduce chances of getting cancer. So for us to prevent or avoid getting cancer, number 1, if you are a youth there, you listening to me, you are looking at me the way I'm listening also to you, is this, that respect your body. How do you respect your body? Don't be cheated out there. Stop being given gifts. Don't be bought that mobile phone. Someone cheats you and buys you a mobile phone just because he wants to have sex with you. Respect your body. Do not have sex until that right time. If you are between age 15 and 24, or you have not reached age 15, kindly stop. Do not have any sexual relations, because this is the worst, and this is what is costing our youth, our young girls and our young boys who are also out there suffering from cancer. We have a lot of cancer of the reproductive health system because of early sexual relationship. Someone tells you, I had sex by class 8, I had sex. in Form 1 I have had sex. I have ever had sex. You know, I just can't do without sex. So that is very dangerous. It is very good that we respect our bodies. Let no one cheat you that I'll give you a drug. I will give you a condom. You will not get infected. I'm telling you, whether you use a condom, you don't use a condom, you are going to get that disease that we call cancer. So we will prevent it by making very good choices. What kind of food do you eat? Do you love chips? Chips that you buy from a hotel, or chips that your mama makes at home? You know, the chips that mama makes at home uses the ideal oil. She will use the ideal oil that she has never used before. But you go for the chips that you buy in the hotel, then you are using chips that are using oil that is already refined and that is already having the cancer-causing cells. So we must change our behavior. Then issues of hereditary, we have nothing we can do. If you are born in a family where someone died of cancer, then probably one of your family members in the future, even your child, one of your children in future may also die of cancer or may suffer from cancer. So issues of hereditary, we don't have much we can do about it. But for those things that we can avoid, let us avoid sexual intercourse. Let us avoid junk foods. We love a lot of sweets. We love a lot of chocolates. Those things that have a lot of sugar. Cancer cells is very happy when it gets an area that has a lot of sugar. And that is why even we recommend that if you need to have bread, then use the brown bread, and instead of you using Blue Band, then demand for mama and daddy to buy you honey, because honey makes the cancer cells to run away. They don't want to go around there, because the honey kills the cancer cells. So I think that is what I have for you. But cancer is very dangerous, and cancer is killing a number of people, and it is not even sparing the young ones. They are the worst hit because they don't know. But I'm happy that today you have known that we have 3 things that are most important. Sexual relationship, which is early, before age 15. And then we have hereditary or genetics, that is cancer running in the family, and we have nothing we can do. And then our lifestyle that I also want civilized. I also want to eat modern meals. I don't want to eat sukuma wiki. I don't want to eat any grains, because I am a modern person and we have money. We are rich, so I want to eat what I want. So we are what we eat, and what you eat is what will give you cancer. Thank you for listening. I want to get your questions and respond to them accordingly.
Okay, I have a final question.
Thank you.
I've asked you how one can avoid cancer, and you've said that if it's genetic, there's nothing you can do about it. And earlier you had said that there's a vaccine for cancer. If one has genetic cancer and takes the goes through those therapies, will the cancer stop being genetic?
Very good, Janelle. I had forgotten. I'm so sorry. And by the way, we have a vaccine called the human papilloma virus. Inaitwa HPV. HPV, write it in capital letter in your notebook. Human papilloma virus. That is a vaccine that the government has given us. Even in Kenya, it is there. It is in the clinics. But it is given to girls, strictly. It is given to girls at the age of 10, up to the age of 10. It is given free. It is given like an immunization. You know, mama took you for immunization when you were young. To the clinic, you were injected several immunization. And if you look at your left hand, this side, you have a scar. That is an immunization. So we also have a human papilloma virus vaccine that is given to girls up here on the left or right hand. But this girl must be at the age of 10. And this girl it works well for girls who have never had sex. My girls who are there listening to me. The human papilloma virus, even if you went to the clinic today and it is administered to you and you have ever had sex, then it has minimal chances of acting or working the way it is expected. But it works very well for the girls who have never had sex. So, and again, if you're between age 10 and 15, then that means you can get the vaccine, but at a cost. It is there. You will get it at the cost. Ask your mom, ask your parent to take you to any clinic, any facility, and ask for a human papilloma virus because you are a girl. Tell them you want protection and you want that HPV. You will get it, but at a cost. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't want to quote the amount. I don't know, but at a cost. But for any ladies, any girl who is below age 10, if you are 10 years, just go to a clinic where children are being seen, the young children, where they get the immunizations and vaccines. You'll also get vaccinated against cancer. So the vaccine only does not work for people who come from a family that has a history of cancer. The vaccine does not work for people who come from a family that has history of cancer. The vaccine only works for girls who are at the age of 10 years and who have never had sex. That vaccine will work very well. They will never suffer from cancer of the reproductive health system. Meaning that is cancer of the breast, cancer of the uterus or womb, cancer of the ovaries, cancer of the fallopian tubes, cancer of the prostate if it is a man, but men are not given that vaccine. And I want to finish by saying this. If you have ever had a sexual relationship with someone out there, then kindly go for screening. You will not go for the vaccine. You go for screening. I have told you, the only girl who will benefit with this, it is that girl who has never had sex. And the vaccine is in public hospitals, in the clinic we call Mother and Baby, the MCH clinics where babies are being vaccinated. But for you girl who has more than one boyfriend and who has ever or who is ever having sexual relations, kindly go for cervical screening. Cervical means the cervix. Go and get checked your cervix whether it has acquired those pathogens that cause cancer. You go to a clinic and say, I want to be screened for cancer. Carry your cash, 150. I think it is a standard fee in Kenya, 150 shillings. You will be screened this year, this month of December, until next year, December. It is done once a year. So go for screening this December, 150, but you are putting yourself in a very risky position because that man, that boy, that guy cheating you, that you will not get it because there is protection, that person is cheating you. I want to tell you for free that the danger still remains. Whether you are protected or not protected, you will get the cancer. So go for screening. My baby boys who are listening to me, stop what you are doing because you will also get cancer of the prostate. Kindly stop what you are doing, but if you are ever sexually active, you can also go for screening. For you, they go and take blood. You pay 1,000. I think it is standard. In private facilities, I don't know. But if you go to a public facility, you will be asked to pay 1,000 for such a test to check whether your testes and your private parts is normal. Otherwise, it is very dangerous and we will all die if we are not going to change our behavior. Let us change. Let us unlearn what we have been doing. Let us listen to our parents. Let us listen to our elders so that we don't put ourselves in a critical position. Thank you. So we have a vaccine. But for children and for girls who have never had sex, it will work. Yes, you can also get it even if you have ever had. You can get the vaccine, but the chances of it working very well cannot compare to a girl who has never had it. Thank you.
Thank you, Auntie. And what do you tell the people suffering from cancer out there?
We have a number. We have a number of people. We have relatives. We have had relatives who have died of cancer. We have relatives who are also still going on treatment. I want to tell you that cancer is the worst disease. Cancer has a lot of pain. Cancer has a lot of psychological torture. Cancer has a lot of expenditure. You know, when you hear someone going to what do they call it? Texas Cancer Care Center. They just don't walk there. They might have sold a plot. They might have sold a very big land to get money to go and get treatment. So I am saying this. that if we have friends, relatives, our brothers and sisters who could be suffering from cancer, let us not stigmatize them. Let us not neglect them, because cancer is very painful and it tortures the mind. Let us reach them. Let us give them love. Let us feed them the way they are supposed to be fed. Let us reassure them and comfort them and give them hope. Let's tell them that cancer is not a death sentence, and there is nobody who knows when that cancer patient will die, just the way you do not know when you will die. For you, if I asked you today, do you know when you will die and what will kill you? So even the cancer patient does not know the time he or she will die. So let us support them while they live. Let us accommodate our family members out there who are suffering from cancers. And not every cancer is caused because of the bad behavior. Other cancers, there are other cancers that are not sexual, like cancer of the esophagus, cancer of the stomach, cancer of the blood, cancer of the skin, cancer of the nose, cancer of the eye, cancer of the mouth, cancer of the ear. So there are several cancers and you will see these patients. What I want to say kindly, do not say that we had that professional who told us that cancers are caused because of bad sexual behavior. The rest of the cancers are not sexual, but I only confine myself to the sexual because of my type of audience. You know, the type of audience is the youth here, and I was just appealing to you that I know this is the time, your stage. You know, there are a number of changes in your body. I'll call them massive changes that make people want to discover and explore. And sometimes it is your feelings, and it is not even about what you want, but it is about what the body demands. Kindly just control yourself, and you need to be scared that this thing is bad and it is out there. It is just worse. So we could be having relatives, our parents, our brothers, our sisters, aunties, who are suffering from cancer. I want to say that let us not stigmatize them. Don't judge them, that probably they misbehaved bad or they were cursed. That is why they are suffering from cancer. Cancer can attack you, can attack me. You know, no one applies for this disease. It just comes. Let's love them. Let's work with them. Let's pray with them. And let's support them whenever they need us. And above all, loving them and being there for them whenever they want us. Otherwise, I want to appreciate you all. Thank you for your time. And if there are any questions, I am very ready to clarify. But kindly, my take-home message is that HPV, human papillomavirus vaccine, is in the government facilities, and it will work well for that girl who is below age 15 years, that is up to 10 years, who has never had sex. But still, you can benefit from it. You can benefit from it. However, it may not have much impact on you because you have ever been involved in sexual relations. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time, and thank you for accommodating me as your guest this day, because you did not learn any cooking today. We were talking about health, and I would wish another time, get me another chance. We can go deeper. But bring me a lot of questions. I'll respond to them. God bless you. God bless your parents and guardians. And stand still. Thank you. Remain to be counted. You know, your choice, your choice and your opinion, you remain to be counted. Take care. God bless.
Thank you, Auntie Maggie, for taking this opportunity to teach us about cancer. So guys, if you have any more questions, kindly write in the comment below. They will be answered in our Cancer Talk Part 2. Yeah. So thank you for listening. Stay safe. Yeah, and have a blessed holiday. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.
And let mommy know where you are going. Let your parents know where you are going. Let your auntie